Hi, it's Deborah Cook. It is Saturday, July 11th, 2015 at about 1:30 in the afternoon Pacific time. And what you're looking at on screen is a recent post that Christopher Everard made on his Facebook page. And I claim fair use for all of this because Facebook actually owns all the copyright to anything that anybody posts on Facebook. I don't know if you know that, but they do. Um, so Christopher Everard made this post on Facebook. You can read it full screen, make your video full screen. And he was recently on the radio, and I say that loosely because it is internet radio. It does not go out over airwaves, it is not broadcasted, it is on the truth frequency radio on the internet, okay, with the Geos. Chris Geo and Cherie Geo run that internet radio network. Now, Chris Geo actually has a criminal record, and that's been exposed in lots of different places. Um, Christopher Everard, supposedly, has a criminal record, and I'm waiting to get verification on that. Um, I do believe it's true. Um, and yeah, and this was on the Kev Baker show. Now, I don't know anything about Kev Baker, but if he's got any sort of interactions with those people, then I kind of question him as well. So, Christopher Everard the other day went on this little internet radio show and he started talking about um, basically what's going on in Hampstead. Now, I'm not really sure about everything that's going on in Hampstead because I really don't pay attention to this stuff. But there was one thing in particular, and I claim fair use on this, and I have it recorded right here. A friend sent me this, and then I was able to record this. So basically, Christopher Everard is on this little internet radio show talking about child pornography. And what I'm going to alert you, actually, you know what? I'm just going to play it and then I'm going to stop it and then I'm going to show you. So let me just play this right here because I don't want to color your opinions in any way. So let's just play it. Let's just start this right here. This is the Kev Baker internet radio show on the truth frequency, and he has Christopher Everard on along with the mother of these Hampstead children and her boyfriend. Okay? And this is that radio show, and you can probably hear it. You can probably find it on YouTube or whatever. But just listen to this. Okay? Here we go.
Now, I'm just putting Chris in at this point because I think this is a good point, Chris, just to briefly touch on the roots of maybe the cult that we are dealing with here.
Yeah, well, I discovered that in 1967 there was a guy called Ronald White, and he formed a coven at Queen's Wood, which is in Hampstead Heath. And this coven attracted millionaires who live in Hampstead. And they celebrated outdoors on all of the equinoxes, all of the pagan holidays. And this coven grew really, really big. And it had well over 100 members, and they called themselves the Regency. And tomorrow I'm going to follow up a few leads that I got today. And basically what I'm trying to do is write articles where I'm kind of taking each of the allegations from the children's testimonies and, really rooting through old newspapers and letters and postcards and whatever I can find to actually corroborate as much of the allegations as possible, because basically, as far as I understand English law, is that you can apply for a judge's ruling to be set aside if you can show that there is a kind of critical mass of corroborative evidence that was overlooked at the time by the police.
And by the judge as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and willingness to even look into it.
Yeah, and of course today I published an article about this police officer at Barnet Police Station called David Badiel, and he was in possession not of just normal child pornography, but it was rated as the highest, most extreme child pornography.
Did you hear that? Did you hear Christopher Everard's own words coming out of his own mouth saying it wasn't just normal child pornography, it was extreme child pornography? As if in Christopher Everard's world, there's a difference between extreme child pornography and normal child pornography. It wasn't just normal child pornography. That's what he said. Those are his own words. That's the first time he mentions it. Let's move on.
That's not a normal child pornography case.
That's not a normal child pornography case. Once again. Okay, here we go.
The actual case against him actually said this is extreme pornography. Now, just down the road from Hampstead, you've got Kentish Town. I mean, you can jump on a bus and get to Kentish Town, no problem. And there's a priest who was also a friar, and he too had more than 5,000 images of extreme child pornography. That's not normal child pornography. This is really extreme.
Did you hear that? Once again, that's the third time he mentioned it. That's not normal child pornography. That's extreme child pornography. Those are Christopher Everard's own words on the Kev Baker Show on the Truth Frequency Radio Network, which is a little dinky internet radio network. Okay? It's not even real radio. But those are Christopher Everard's own words. 3 times right there he mentions normal child pornography versus extreme child pornography. Now, I'm sorry, in my world, all child pornography is illegal, you asshole, Everard. Really? There's nothing normal about child pornography, Christopher Everard. Okay, let's listen to the end of it.
Child pornography. Now, he got off with a caution. And so, basically the threads that I've been following today and yesterday is leading me towards this coven, which is called the Regency.
You see, for people out there, I mean, this might seem unconnected with this priest and this police, but that police is in the same kind of area in the station as where this was all centred. And by going to the clergy, we're also adding weight to the evidence that Gabriel and Alicia brought forward in the first place, because some people will still say it's quite ridiculous. However, if we're able to build case after case where we can show patterns of these things happening, maybe, just maybe, we can get through to those people out there who haven't woken up, who haven't realised that this is as real as it gets. It's dark, it's horrible, and that's reality, folks, and we had better face it now, because as Ella and Abraham are saying, they're trying to legalise this. This is going to become normal. Okay, Ella, Abraham, sorry for jumping in, I love you there, but now, I'm just...
Okay. Basically, what's going on here is Christopher Everard latches on to these pedophile news stories. He latches on to child pornography news stories so that when people like, I don't know, me, go public about him, he can hide behind meta tags and Google search words saying that he exposes this stuff. Now, first of all, Christopher Everard is not a journalist. His channel is not a channel. It's a subscription website. The radio he's on is not real radio. It's internet radio. And he is using Google search words and meta tags to hide behind. And then what he does is he screams persecution if anyone goes public about what he is. Now, I saw child pornography on Christopher Everard's computers. And this is what's going on. He is attacking me. He is slandering me. And he is trying to discredit me on the internet because of what I saw. And then he screams persecution, that he exposes subjects like this. No, you don't. Everard, You were just caught saying there's a difference between extreme child pornography and, what did he say? Normal child pornography? Yeah. What's that, Everard? I think that's the police knocking on your door. Okay? Good luck with that, Everard, in a court of law. All child pornography is illegal. There's no such thing as normal child pornography. Okay? Is the scariest sound that Christopher Everard will ever hear. And I doubt they will even knock. They'll probably just bust down his door. So, anyway, Christopher Everard is a criminal. I've shown on my channel that he's a con man, he's a charlatan, he's a fraud, and I've now shown that he has child pornography on his computers. And that's why I would never let this go. If it was just about the money that he conned off of me, I would have let it go. I would let it go years ago. It would have been gone. But this is something bigger, and I want this guy in prison. Now, Christopher Everard's days of freedom are numbered, okay? And he will be hauled away to jail very, very soon. So what I want to tell everyone out there is please stay safe. Please stay safe on the internet and stay away from these con men, and just keep your photos on Facebook, any social media. Put your photos of your family, especially your children, private to you and only you, because Christopher Everard and his accomplices look for things like that on your profiles on social media. So put all of your photos of your family, especially your children, private. Okay? Please do that right now. As soon as you finish watching this video, go to your social media and make all your photos private. Okay? And I just want everyone to stay safe out there. And hopefully, one day, very, very soon, you will see a news story of Christopher Everard getting arrested. Can't wait. Okay, and you guys have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.